Poerico, The Secret to Being and Staying Rich. This book is indispensable for any human being who wants to grow and impact thousands of people with your purpose and wealth. Life is a great work of art, and each of us is the poet of his own story. Preface: we are all constantly telling stories about our lives. These stories can be successful or failure, of joy or sadness, of love or loss. The author states that all these narratives could be transformed in poetry because, after all, we are all poets in this life. The difference is in how we choose to see and use these stories. Every experience we live, every challenge we face we overcome, and every dream we pursue has the potential to turn into poetry. Poetry, in this sense, is not just an arrangement of rhyming words, but a way to capture the essence of life in its multiple colors. When we see our stories through from this poetic lens, we can discover beauty even in more difficult situations. The author suggests that the difference between those who transform their stories into poetry and those what they don't do is in the attitude they adopt towards life. Some perceive their lives as a blank canvas, where every day is an opportunity to write a new verse, while others see themselves as mere spectators, watching passively as their stories unfold. For those who turn their stories into poetry, this practice can become a source of livelihood. Not that necessarily means immediate financial gain, but a source of inspiration, motivation, and purpose. They find ways to share your poetry with the world, whether through books, lectures, blogs, music, or other forms of expression. Poetry becomes a means of connecting with others, to positively influence their lives and create a lasting legacy. We are all poets, capable of transforming our life stories in beautiful poetry. The key is to recognize the value of our experiences and finding ways to express them. In doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but we also inspire and connect with others in a deep and meaningful way. The question that doesn't shut up: who is the rich poet after all? The rich poet is not just a person with rich as materials, but rather someone who sees life with a perspective of abundance and purpose. He is the student who studies smart to get good grades at school because understands that knowledge is a fundamental pillar for your future success. He is the lawyer who advocates justly, committed to ethics and the objective of serving the society in a fair and honorable manner. The rich poet is also the unemployed person who, despite adversity, does not give up looking for a job and new opportunities. He understands that every day is a new chance for a fresh start and personal growth. In essence, a rich poet is every human being who ardently desires and is seeking, day after day, personal fulfillment and wealth. This book is the tool that will propel you to grow even more so, because here you will discover that you are the master of your destiny. Who is the rich poet? We are all the ones who have the burning desire to win in life. This poem by me will help you activate your identity and awaken your inner talent. So, read it, view it, and listen to the audio whenever possible in the language you speak to wish. Every beginning is difficult. The first steps of any journey, be it learning a new skill, start a new job, or start a relationship, are full of challenges and uncertainties. Unknown, the learning curve, and the inevitable failures initials can be discouraging. However, it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that the true determination is forged. Permanence, the conscious choice to continue despite obstacles, is what differentiates those who achieve their goals. Goals of those who give up along the way. Persist, even when immediate results are not visible. It requires courage and resilience. Every step taken, every little progress, contributes to building a solid foundation. And on. Constancy and perseverance are the keys to the success. Stay steady on your trajectory, adjusting strategies when necessary, but without losing sight of the final objective, allows you to transform difficulties into learnings and failures into steps to success. Those ones who choose to remain, even in the most difficult moments challenging, are those who eventually achieve what they seek. Chapter 1. Origin of Poetry. Poetry, one of the oldest and most deep lines of human expression, has its roots in ancient traditions and cultures. The poetry has always been a powerful tool for capturing and convey the essence of the human experience. In the ancient civilizations, poetry was more than an art, it was a means of preserving history, culture, and wisdom. An Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the first great epics of history, narrates the adventures of a king in search of immortality. This poem not only presents a vision of Sumerian life and principles, but also addresses universal topics such as friendship, courage, and death. In ancient Egypt, poetry was often associated with the divine. The hymns and songs written with hieroglyphics in temples and tombs celebrated the gods and the deeds of the pharaohs, immortalizing their exploits and establishing a connection between the human world and the divine. The Song of Armin is a notable example of Egyptian poetry, expressing devotion and veneration to gods and nature. Poetry reached an unprecedented level in ancient Greece with the contribution of Homer, Hesiod, and Pindar. Homer's epic poems, called Iliad and Odyssey, not only narrate the heroic exploits of Trojan War and the return of Odysseus, but also they cover themes such as honor, bravery, and destiny. The lyric Greek, in turn, brought a more personal and emotional, exploring love, beauty, and transience of life. Poetry has always had the power to change both the poet and the reader. By delving into your emotions and experiences to create verses, the poet is, in fact, diving into the depths of your soul and translating deep feelings into words. That process of introspection and artistic expression can be very therapeutic and revealing. Poetry offers a new perspective for the reader or listener. A poem can awaken deep feelings, recall memories forgotten, and provide insights that were previously unavailable. Through poetry, we can find comfort, inspiration, and a sense of connection with something bigger than us. According to philosophers and thinkers such as Napoleon Hill, poetry and other forms of creation are expressions of infinite invention. Hill suggests that there is a source of universal wisdom and creativity that all we can connect. By dedicating yourself to the creative process, a poet is accessing this infinite intelligence, allowing ideas and inspirations to flow freely. This connection with infinite intelligence is not exclusive to poets. Anyone can have access to this source of creativity and wisdom. However, the practice of poetry offers a clear and structured path to explore and harness this creative energy. By opening our hearts and minds to poetry, we are allowing may divine intelligence guide and inspire us. Poetry, in its essence, is the expression of infinite intelligence, a source of inspiration that transcends the ordinary and connects us with the sublime. To understand the origin of poetry, we perceive its ability to raise our vibrations, stimulate our imagination, and connect with the frequency of abundance. Through poetry, it is possible to achieve a broader perception of ourselves and find the inspiration needed to transform our lives. When writing poetry, we delve into our emotions and experiences, exploring our depths and translating complex feelings into words. The process of introspection is a powerful way to self-knowledge. When we got to know each other better, we understand our passions, desires, and motivations, which allows us to align our actions with our goals deeper. This alignment is essential for manifest abundance in our lives. The practice of poetry teaches us to pay attention to the world around us and within us. This enhanced focus can be applied to the practice of manifesting our dreams and wishes. Through poetry, we learn to visualize with clarity, to feel intensely, and to believe in the realization of our objectives. Every poem we write can be seen as a step towards the materialization of our dreams, a way of verbalizing and realizing our aspirations. Poetry, with its beauty and depth, elevates our vibrations. When we are in a high vibrational level, we attract experiences and people who resonate with this positive energy. Poets like Rumi and Hafiz often talk about how poetry can uplift the soul and bring a feeling of peace and connection with the universe. This vibrational elevation is a prerequisite to attract abundance in all forms, be it love, professional success, or financial prosperity. As mentioned by thinkers like Napoleon Hill, poetry connects us with infinite intelligence, or source of universal wisdom. When accessing this source, we allow ideas and inspirations to flow freely, bringing clarity and innovation to our lives. This constant stream of creativity and insight can be channeled into solve problems, create opportunities, and innovate in our fields of activity, opening doors to new possibilities of success and fulfillment. Reading and writing poetry can be a constant source of inspiration and motivation. Poems that explore themes of overcoming, hope, and love can remind us of our resilience and ability to transform challenges into opportunities. Through poetry, we find strength and courage to move forward, even in the face of adversities, and this determination is crucial to achieving personal and professional fulfillment. The regular practice of poetry stimulates our creativity, a valuable skill in all aspects of life. Creativity allows us to see the world in new ways, find innovative solutions to problems, and explore unconventional paths to achieve our goals. When we cultivate our creativity, we open space for abundance, as we are more able to identify and take advantage of opportunities that arise in our way. When engaging with poetry, not only we celebrate the art of words, but we also connect with the source of all creativity and innovation. This one understanding helps us understand how this vibrational elevation, initiated by poetry, can be used to express wealth and success in our lives. The poetry, therefore, it is not just a form of artistic expression, but a path to abundance and personal fulfillment. Chapter 2. The Law of Vibration. The law of vibration is one of the fundamental laws that govern the universe and are closely linked to understanding how our emotions, thoughts, and feelings influence our reality. To understand the importance of this law, we need to delve into its essence, exploring its origins, its principles, and how we can apply it in our search for butterflies and personal fulfillment. The essence of the law of vibration. The law of vibration establishes that everything in the universe, from the smallest subatomic particle to the smallest stars, distant, is in a constant state of movement and vibration. Nothing is truly at rest. This idea, which may seem abstract at first glance, it is fundamental to understand how energy and matter interact in our world. In quantum physics, discoveries that particle subatomics are not really solids, but rather forms of energy that vibrates at different frequencies. That discovery reveals that all matter is, in fact, energy in motion. Likewise, our thoughts and emotions are forms of energy that vibrate at frequencies specific. The vibration of thoughts and emotions. Our thoughts and emotions have an impact straight into our personal vibration. Positive thoughts and emotions like love, gratitude, and joy have a high vibrational frequency, while negative thoughts and emotions like fear, anger, and sadness vibrate at lower frequencies. The law of vibration teaches us that by raising our frequency vibrational, we can attract experiences and results positives in our lives. This is where the connection between the law of vibration and the law of attraction becomes clear. The law of attraction, which states that like attracts like, it is actually an extension of the law of vibration. To attract something positive into our lives, we need to first raise our vibration, so that be in harmony with what we want to attract. Applying the law of vibration. The practical application of the law of vibration involves several techniques and practices that help us elevate our vibrational frequency. Here are some of the most effective: meditation and mindfulness. The regular practice of meditation and mindfulness helps to calm the mind and raise our vibration. When we meditate, we tune in to the present moment, allowing us to negative thoughts and emotions dissipate, give rise to a feeling of peace and harmony. Creative visualization. Creative visualization is a powerful technique to raise our vibration. When viewing our goals and desires as if they were already fulfilled, we feel the positive emotions associated with these achievements, which raises our vibrational frequency. Positive affirmations. Affirmations are statements, positive things that we repeat to ourselves. They help to reprogram our subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs, which elevates our vibration. Gratitude. Practicing gratitude is one of the most effective ways to raise our vibration. When we focus on things we are grateful for, we shift our focus from problems to the blessings in our lives, which naturally raises our vibrational frequency. Connection with nature. Spending time in nature, it can also help raise our vibration. The beauty and serenity of natural environments help us feel peace and joy, raising our vibrational frequency. The law of vibration teaches us that we are emitters and energy receptors, and that our external reality is a direct reflection of our internal frequencies. To attract wealth and success, it is essential to raise and maintain our vibration at high levels, cultivating positive thoughts and powerful emotions. The conscious application of this law allows us to take control of our lives, attracting abundance and prosperity based on vibrational frequency that we emit. By understanding and applying the law of vibration, we empower you to turn your dreams into reality. We recognize that change starts internally, adjusting our vibrations to tune into the life we want to create. Thus, the law of vibration is not just an abstract concept, but a practical and powerful tool to manifest the life of abundance we all aspire to live. Chapter 3. Wealth and Poetry. In this chapter, we will explore the fascinating connection between poetry and wealth. At first, it may seem unlikely that the art of composing verse and the ability to accumulating wealth are related, but in fact, they are intrinsically linked through the laws universals that govern our world. To understand this relationship, it was first necessary to understand the origin of poetry. Poetry, as well as any innovative idea, emanates from infinite intelligence. This concept, popularized by Napoleon Hill, suggests that inspiration and creativity flow to humans as a manifestation of this infinite intelligence. When one poet recites a poem, he activates the law of vibration. The law of vibration is the primary law that governs all our feelings and emotions. When the poet recites his verses, he tunes in with a high frequency of creativity and inspiration. This frequency, in turn, puts you in tune with the wealth. Unlike the law of attraction, which is a secondary, the law of vibration responds directly to the feelings and emotions, keeping us on the frequency of prosperity. When writing or reciting poetry, we engage our emotions intensely and deeply. This process of artistic expression elevates us to a highest vibrational state. Positive emotions, such as joy, gratitude, and love, which are often explored in poetry, have high vibrational frequencies. These frequencies not only improve our well-being, emotional, but also attract positive circumstances and abundant for our lives. When we are in this high state of vibration, we become magnets for wealth opportunities. Ideas flow more ease, solutions to problems emerge quickly clearer, and our ability to make effective decisions is amplified. Poetry, therefore, serves as a powerful tool to align our frequency with the of prosperity. The practice of poetry has the power to transform not only the life of the poet, but also of those who read or listened to his verses. Through words, we are able to touch people's deepest emotions, inspiring them and motivating them to achieve their own dreams and aspirations. This positive impact on the lives of others can, in turn, generate return energy, creating a cycle of abundance. Poetry awakens our imagination and connects with our innate creativity. This creativity is the same force that drives innovation in business, problem solving, and discovering new investment opportunities. The more we practice poetry, the more we develop this skill, which is crucial for financial success. For many, the practice of poetry may seem distant from the world of finance, but the truth is that both share a common core: the ability to transform abstract ideas into tangible reality. Like this, how a poet transforms thoughts and feelings in verses, an entrepreneur or investor transforms ideas and opportunities into wealth. The practice of poetry puts us in direct contact with the flow of creativity, a continuous stream of ideas and inspirations that can be channeled into various areas of life, including finances. When we allow ourselves dive into this flow, we are opening doors to innovations and solutions that can transform our enterprises. Creativity is not just an attribute artistic. It is a crucial asset in the business world. Think about the great entrepreneurs and investors in history. Many of them were known for their ability to think outside the box, to see opportunities where others saw obstacles. This kind of innovative thinking is exactly what the practice of poetry cultivates. When we engage with poetry, we train our minds to see the world from a different, broader perspective full of possibilities. The abundance mindset is the belief that there is enough resources for everyone, that the success of one cannot impedes the success of others. Poetry, with its capacity to expand the mind and elevate the spirit, it is a powerful way to cultivate this mindset. When writing and reading poetry, we connect with the essence of abundance. realizing that ideas, emotions, and opportunities are endless. This abundance mentality is fundamental for financial success. When we believe that there is enough for everyone, we are more likely to share, collaborate, and create networks of mutual support. That, in turn, opens new doors and creates an environment where wealth can flourish. The poetry, by constantly reminding us of the beauty and riches that exist in this world, helps us maintain this abundance mindset. By cultivating the practice of poetry, we are actually training our minds to see beyond the obvious, to find beauty and potential in unexpected places. This skill is invaluable in the world of business and finance, where the ability to identify and leverage opportunities can make all the difference between success and failure. The connection between poetry and wealth goes beyond the simple metaphor. Through the practice of poetry, we activate the law of vibration and raise our emotional and mental, aligning ourselves with prosperity. Poetry in us teaches us to explore our emotions, to cultivate our creativity, and see the potential hidden in each situation. By integrating poetry into our lives, we not only enrich our soul, but we also pave the path to material abundance. Through the verses, we found a way to access the intelligence infinite, allowing wisdom and inspiration to flow freely and guide us towards personal fulfillment and financial. Poetry, therefore, is more than an art form, is a powerful and transformative path to wealth and prosperity. When we are at a high vibrational frequency, our thoughts and emotions are positive and aligned with abundance. Poetry, by evoking feelings, deep emotions, and intense emotions, helps us elevate our vibration and, consequently, attract wealth and success in our lives. Chapter 4. Poetry and the Frequency of Wealth. The connection between poetry and wealth goes far beyond of words and verses. Poetry has the unique ability to raise our emotional vibration and tune into the frequency of wealth. In this chapter, we will explore this relationship in depth, understanding how the practice poetics can bring us into alignment with abundance and how this frequency can be maintained to attract prosperity into our lives. Poetry is one of the purest forms of expression. Emotional. When a poet writes, he is channeling their emotions and feelings to the role, creating a resonance that can be felt by anyone who reads or listens to his verses. This resonance is actually a vibration emotional state that can directly influence our state. Vibrational. When we read or listen to poetry that touches us deeply, our emotional vibration rises. We feel emotions such as joy, love, inspiration, and gratitude, all with high vibrational frequencies. These emotions are fundamental to aligning us with the frequency of wealth, as wealth is not just a financial condition, but also a state of well-being and emotional fullness. Frequency is the energetic vibration we emit through our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When we talk about the frequency of wealth, we are referring to the vibrational state in which we align with financial and material abundance. This state is characterized by feelings of gratitude, trust, joy, and love, all aspects that can be cultivated through poetry. We can use poetry as a tool to raise the frequency as follows. Deep emotional expression. Poetry allows us express our deepest emotions, be they of desire, hope, gratitude, or love. By articulating these emotions into words, we increase our frequency vibrational. The emotional depth of poetry touches our essence, helping us to vibrate at a higher level high. Creative visualization. Poetry is a powerful form display. When we write or read poems that describe our dreams and aspirations, we are creating vivid mental images. These images help align our subconscious mind with our goals, keeping us focused and motivated. Poetic meditation. Reciting poetry can be a form of meditation. By focusing on the words and the rhythm of a poem, we calm our mind and enter in a state of presence and full attention. This state meditation increases our vibrational frequency and tunes into the energy of abundance. There are practices poetics to tune into wealth. To use poetry as a tool for tuning into the frequency of wealth, consider incorporating the following practices in your daily routine. Poetic journal of gratitude. Every day, write a poem expressing gratitude for the good things in your life. Focusing on gratitude raises your vibration and attracts more reasons to be grateful. Poetic affirmations. Create poems that affirm your wealth and success. Use powerful, positive words to describe your ideal life. Recite these poems daily to reinforce your beliefs and intentions. Inspirational poetry. Read poems by authors who inspire confidence, courage, and optimism. Allow your words resonate in your mind and heart, elevating your vibrational frequency. Visualization through poetry. Write poems that describe your dreams and goals in detail. Financial. Visualize these goals as already accomplished while writing and reading the poems. Feel the emotion of having achieved those dreams. Poetry can also be used as a catalyst of changes. The continuous practice of poetry not only raises our vibrational frequency, but also acts as a catalyst for change in our lives. Through verses, we can explore our limiting beliefs and transform them into empowering thoughts. The poetry offers a secure platform to express and reconfigure our emotions and perspectives, creating an internal environment conducive to growth and prosperity. Often what prevents us from achieving wealth not the external circumstances, but our own beliefs and attitudes. Poetry can help unlock our inner potential, revealing hidden truths and inspiring action. For this to happen, we need self-exploration and reflection. Writing poetry forces us to reflect about our experiences, emotions, and desires. That process of self-exploration is crucial to identifying and overcome mental and emotional blocks that may be hindering our financial progress. Through poetry, we can rewrite our personal narrative, transforming limitations into opportunities. But for what the change is really significant, there must be transformation of beliefs. Limiting beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," or "wealth is for others, not for me," can be dismantled and rebuilt through verses powerful. By turning these beliefs into affirmations positive and full of hope, we reprogram our mind to accept and attract abundance. The connection between poetry and wealth becomes evident. When we understand that our emotional states' high levels bring us into alignment with the frequency of abundance. Wealth, in its purest form, refers only to money, but to a state of plenitude and satisfaction in all areas of life. When a poet recites verses that evoke positive feelings, he is, in fact, by tuning into this frequency of fullness. A classic example is the work of poets such as Rumi, whose verses transcend time and culture, deeply touching people's hearts. The emotional depth of his poems not only inspires, but it also raises the vibration of those who read or recite them. To the raising their vibration, these people attract experiences of richer and more meaningful lives. Chapter 5. Activating the Law of Vibration by Medium of Poetry. Now that we understand the connection between poetry and wealth, let's unveil the secret to activating the law of vibration. When reading or reciting the poetry described in the book, feel enveloped by deep emotions by following these steps. 1. Think about what you want. Focus on your life goal, whether financial, personal, or professional. Make this goal clear in your mind as you recite the verses. For example, if you want prosperity financial situation, visualize the success you want to achieve. 2. Visualize your already fulfilled life. Create a vivid picture of your life after achieving this goal. Feel the emotions associated with realizing this dream, such as joy, satisfaction, and gratitude. View specific details, like the type of house you live in, the people around you surroundings, and the activities you carry out daily. 3. Feel emotions intensely. Allow yourself to feel deeply the emotions evoked by poetry and visualization of your accomplished goals. How much more intensely you feel these emotions, the higher your vibration. 4. Repeat regularly. Make this practice a habit. The more often you tune in to these positive emotions, the more you will strengthen the frequency. Vibrational wealth in your life. Poetry is not just an art form, but a powerful tool for vibrational lifting and alignment with abundance. As we dive into poetry, we awaken emotions and feelings that place on the frequency of wealth. This chapter teaches us that by cultivating a heightened emotional state through poetry, we can access infinite intelligence and manifest prosperity in our lives. And wealth, therefore, it's just a matter of accumulating material goods, but of tune in to the frequency of abundance through our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Poetry serves as a portal to this frequency, showing us that the true wealth begins within us. Deep down feel and express our being. Are you curious to know the secret to being and staying rich? So, buy the book in the video description.